Hello, my name is Mark Rigby and I'd like to talk to you today about one of our ergonomic chair ranges. This is the Ember. So we can change various elements of this. It's not an out-of-the-box solution, which is very important when you're dealing with ergonomics chair. It's all about getting the right chair for the right person. What we've got here is a synchro mechanism. And if I start with the levers on the right hand side, as you sit on it, I'll actually show you. So that's the paddle here. If I lift that chair up, I can jump in and drop the chair down. So now that's my first adjustment, getting the seat to the right height. The second adjustment, which is the backrest, which is the back rake. If I show you this lever here now, I can lift the back up and move it in, and I can find a comfortable position for myself. Once I've got that comfortable, I will physically let go, and then that's the back in the right position. The back itself, you might have noticed, is height adjustable, and this is on a ratchet system. So if I raise that up to the top, it drops down to the bottom, and you get 6 clicks of which to find the most comfortable height for that back for the end user. The litmus test, a lot of people say, where do you need the back? Is it to the top of the shoulders? It's all about the lumbar support. And in here, there is an inflatable lumbar support, which is via this blood pressure bulb. If I let that out, you might hear the air. If I now pump this up, there's an inflatable bladder here, and that's going to be in the lumbar region. You might see there as I pump this up. The litmus test being, obviously that needs to be in the lumbar region, which tends to be the belt line. That'll give you an indication if the back is too high or too low. To the top of the back, there is a neck rest, and you have a degree of height adjustment and also lateral movement. These are what's called 3D arms. So literally, these are height adjustable, and that's on a ratchet system, by the way. So there's set determined heights. Depth adjustable, so you can move those back and forth. Both of the arms are twistable or turnable, and what that is will enable you to rest your elbows on there and point your hands in to that keyboard, to that sweet spot of where your keyboard's going to be on the desk. The only other adjustment left is the seat slide, which is this paddle under here, and that moves the seat in and out. If you can imagine, that's more to do with the length of my femur. If I was a little bit taller, I might need the seat further out, or it's a little bit shorter, I'd have that seat further to the back. The one thing left to do in the chair is the ability to recline. If you can see, I can literally keep my feet flat on the floor and stretch out and recline. That is controlled by this little lever here. If I turn that now, the chair is locked. I'm not going to go that side of vertical. However, with any recline mechanism, there's always a tension control for different people's body weights. If I was a lot heavier or a lot lighter, I might struggle to utilize that functionality. So what this little lever here does is as I turn that, that will make the chair a little bit softer. It reduces the resistance on the chair. So it's all to do with getting in tune with your body weight. One of the other unique elements of the Ember, as its name tends to suggest, is heat, and this is designed with a heat pad option, both for the seat and the back, and there's 3 separate heat pads, which if I use the back as an example, you can have positioned centrally or 2 to the lumbar and 1 to the thoracic, or 3 separate ones in the seat pad. These are heat elements similar to what you might have in a car. So again, it will enable you to introduce an element of heat therapy. So if you have any condition, either fibromyalgia, Raynaud's, arthritis, or just general back pain, and this little heat pack fits in there, as you can see. So that gets charged, you plug it in and you turn it on, and that will now start to induce the heat into the required area. And that's the chair setup. See you again next time, and as always, if you have any questions or queries, please feel free to reach out to us.